Now we'll start seeing our next left outer joins, right outer join, and full outer joins. Okay, for the left, right, full outer join also, but I'll consider the same data set, table employee with table location. So the same thing, like the query, how it looks like, I'll just show you how we need to write. So first I'll start with from clause, table employee, because already my context is set DSQL learning schema, so that's the reason I'm getting table names automatically. And here left join I have to use, or left outer join, whatever, both works, left join or left outer join will works. Left outer join on which table I am doing, again I am doing on table location. So this I am aliasing it with as t underscore l. You can use as or not using as also, both works, no issue. Or the joining column is t underscore e dot loc underscore id equals to t underscore l dot loc underscore id. So because my joining columns in both the tables are loc underscore id, loc underscore id, I'm just calling these with aliases of t underscore e, t underscore l. So now I am good with the like a tables declaration and the joining key declaration. Now I have to write, if there are any filter conditions, we can go ahead with the filter conditions. But now I don't have any filter conditions. So I'll complete my query with at the end select clause. So in the select clause, what do I require? I do require t dot e employee id, so which is a alias of table employee, t dot e dot name, comma, t underscore l dot city, I do require city column, t underscore l dot country column. So only these four columns I do require with the help of left outer join. So what is the property of the left outer join? So left outer join will give all the matching records between both the tables, so which is nothing but the inner join result, and unmatched records from the left table. So what does left and right table? Until now we haven't seen what is the left table and right table. Suppose if I keep this query in a single line, so in a single line also we can write, but as for like I like writing in a multiple lines to understand the query easily. Suppose if I write this query in this format, what is your left hand table? That is called as a left table, and whatever the table your right hand side, that is called as a right table we will consider. So as per the property of the left outer join, we will get both the matching records which are available in table employee and table location, and also the records from the left table, so which is nothing but your left hand side of the table, so that is table employee. So this is the blind tip, like what is left table, what is right table. So if you just see, here you can understand one more thing also. If I write in a multiple lines, then you can say that above query, above table is a left table and the downwards table is a right table, so you can consider either or this way. So this is like, okay, now I have completed my query part. If I just run this, I'll get the result of the left outer join. So if I just execute, control enter I have given, my warehouse is also there. So now if I just see, I got the result of one. Maybe if I sort the data, so here you do have three dots. So you can just sort or ascending or descending here itself. So one, two, three, four, five. Okay, and six just information also came into the picture. So that we will see how it works at the back end. So now I'm going to my Excel sheet back. So here I do have two table data sets, table employee, table location, and I am doing a join. I mean, whenever I executed this query, automatically the two first step starts. First step is in the sense, like it identifies what are the two data sets, table employee, table location, and keeps in one particular place. Then the joining condition will work. Joining condition is equals to operator of location id equals to location id from the both the tables. So now what it does, like it does step 2. So in the step 2 the comparisons will happen. So as we do have many multiple records, so multiple iterations are required to compare the data between the left table with the right table. So my left table data is 1 John 10 goes and compares complete data set in a right table, that is stable location. So in the first iteration 1 John 10 goes and checks all the records and identifies what are the matching records. If the matching records are available, it enters into the result cache. So suppose here 1 John 10, it encountered the matching record 10 and it enters into the result cache. And 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 also it will validate, but there is no matching between that. So that's the reason the result will not enter into the result cache. Next, again 2 Mary 11. So again compares with the whole table. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It finds a perfect match only at 11. So 2 Mary 11, 11 Telangana, India. It enters the data into the result cache. Again in the third iteration for 3 Ram 12. Again this particular record location ID will search complete location table and identifies a matching record 12 equal to 12. So 3 Ram 12 12 Karnataka, India. And again in the fourth iteration, 4 Rahim 10 tries to compare with the complete data set of location and it founds 10 equal to 10 in the first place and that enters into the result cache. So it has encountered it the first place. So no need to search complete table. No, it's not the criteria. So it will be like it searches for the other records also, and whenever there is a there is a match, then it will enter into the result cache. And in the fifth iteration 5 Sita 14 tries to compare with the location table and founds a match 5 Sita 14 14 Maharashtra, India. So it entered into the result cache. Now 6 just 16 tries to compare with the whole location table data, but it didn't find a match. Even like 16 is not equal to 10, 16 is not equal to 11, 16 is not equal to 12, 13, 14, 15. If it is an inner join, we will ignore this iteration itself, but it's a left outer join, right? We will collect all the matching records plus non-matching records from the left table. So what is my left table? That is a table employee. So whenever you didn't find a single match with the right table, then that record also enters into the result clause. But what about the right table column values? Because here we are deriving employee ID, employee name from the left table, city, country from the right table. So if you didn't find a match, what will you show in the right table columns? So I will show null in the right table columns. So that's the reason even here it didn't find a match as the property of the left outer join. Unmatched records from the left table will enter into the result cache, leaving the right table columns as null. So this is the criteria happened at left outer join. So once all the iterations are completed, then what it will do, it will just collect the record from the result cache. So the result cache data have complete columns, but in the final output it will just bring the only columns, that is whatever the columns we mentioned in the select class, only those columns will be appearing in our result set. So here we asked to retrieve only employee ID, name, city, country. So here employee ID name 1 John, Andhra Pradesh, India, about city, country. So in the same way 2 Mary, Telangana, India, 3 Ram, Karnataka, India, 4 Rahim, Andhra Pradesh, India, 5 Sita, Maharashtra, India. So ideally we can say up to here it is the inner join result, whatever we have ran. Now as the left outer join, we got an extra record 6 just 16, leaving the right table columns as null. So first 6 just 16, employee ID, employee name I have, but the city and country information is null, as this is the, like we can just consider unmatched record from the left table. So left outer join result will be always matched records plus unmatched records from the left table. So this is left outer join. So that's the reason we are seeing in the output also first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records and 6 just the output of city country right table result will be none. So any doubts on this left outer join?
Like yesterday's scenario, like what if you have multiple tables, more than two?
Yes, first it will do table employee with table location and gets the result, not the final result. Result cache result will be there, right? Temporary result. Then after that, it will perform table location with table country and gets the result. I mean, again result cache temporary result. So when after that, it will just find out the select clause columns and provides the result.
In that case, table two location, all records will be fetched when comparing with the
Yeah.
third table
Yes.
three.
If you are doing left outer join, yes,
Okay.
because your query is between table location and table country. Left outer join means yes, all the records from table location versus table country records.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any others? Okay, so if not, we'll just switch back to the right outer join query. So right outer join, it will be just a small change in complete query, but we'll see how it works. So I am just breaking the query into multiple lines. Okay. So instead of left outer join, we have to write it as a right outer join and the query remains same. Now the comparison happens between the right table versus left table. Our left table is table employee. So table location versus table employee will be our comparison in the right outer join. So everything is same. And as per the property of the right outer join, what will be my result? It will be matching records from both the tables, nothing but inner join result, plus unmatched records from right table. So whatever the records, still it didn't find a match, that records also will enter into the result by leaving the left column values, that is employee id name as null. So this is the property. So if I execute this query, I got the result. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a seat in a join, and the rest of the records which it didn't find a match in the table employee enter. I mean the left table values became none. So this is the right outer join practically, but I mean at the back end the same thing, table employee table location, but here the thing is it will bring the table location, the comparison will be table location versus table employee. So that's the reason table location came into the first picture and table employee. Now the joining column will be still same, location id versus location id. Now what happens, the comparison, first 10 Andhra Pradesh India goes and search with the complete employee table and it find a match 10 equal to 10, 10 equal to 11 no, 10 equal to 12 no, 10 equal to 10 yes, 10 equal to 14, 10 equal to 16. Okay, it found in a single iteration it got two records. So that's the reason it entered two records into the result cache. 10 Andhra Pradesh India, 1 John 10, 10 Andhra Pradesh India, 4 Rahim 10. So both John and Rahim belongs to Andhra Pradesh state. So this is the, in the first iteration we got multiple records. In the second iteration, 11 Telangana India goes and searches complete employee table, and whenever it find a match it enters into the result cache. So 11 is not equal to 10, 11 is equal to 11, so this record will enter into the result cache. 11 Telangana India, 12 2 Mary 11. Next, 11 tries to compare with the 12, 10, 14, 16, but it didn't find a match, so it won't enter into the result cache. Now, again, 12 Karnataka India tries to compare with the complete employee table and founds a match with 3 ram 12. So this record will enter into the result cache. 12 Karnataka India, 3 ram 12. Once this is completed, it will check the other records also. 12 equal to 10, 12 equal to 14, 12 equal to 16. It didn't find a match, so other records will not enter into the result cache. Now 13 Madras India tries to compare whole employee table, but it didn't find a match. 13 is not equal to 10, not equal to 11, not equal to 12, not equal to 10, not equal to 14, not equal to 16. It didn't find a match. So even though this record will enter into the result, because the property of right outer join is matching records from both the tables and unmatched record from the right table. So here our right table is table location. So table location is nothing but 13 Madras India will enter into the result cache by leaving the left table columns employee ID, name, location ID from the employee table as null. So this is like the extra result, the result for the right outer join. And in the fifth iteration, 14 Maharashtra India again tries to compare the complete employee table 10, 11, 12, 10, 14, 16. It found a match at 5 Sita record. So then it will enter this particular record into the result cache. Now, once it is done, it will go to the next iteration, that is 15 Goa India tries to compare whole employee table. So 10, 11, 12, 14, 16. It didn't find a match, but even though it's a right outer join, we need to get the unmatched records from the right table. So that's the reason 15 Goa India enters into the result cache by leaving the left table columns as none. So now we are good with the iterations. All the iterations are completed. Now the fourth step will run. Fourth step is like just bring on the top of the result cache data. It will just bring only the select clause columns. So our select clause columns are employee ID, name, city, country. So it will start with 10 Andhra Pradesh, but in the select clause we have asked in this order: employee ID, name, city, country. So that's the reason again it will start like 1 John, and city, country is Andhra Pradesh India. 4 Rahim, Andhra Pradesh India. 2 Mary, Telangana India. And 3 Ram, Karnataka India. Here just null null, Madras India. And again here 5 Sita, Maharashtra India. And here null null, Goa India. So if we said just see the result, the same thing, 1 2 3 4 5, there is no issue. It's a matching records from both the tables, which is nothing but the inner join result. And these particular two records doesn't find any match in the employee table. So that's the reason the employee ID name will be null, and city, country information is the respective information, so which is nothing but unmatched records from right table. Okay, so these two combination of data will comprises complete right outer join result. So the same thing we are seeing on the screen also as the output for right outer join. So this is right outer join. Any doubts here? No s.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Okay, if we are good, then we'll just discuss about the full outer join. So full outer join, the query will look similar, like no change at the query part. Only mentioning instead of right outer join, we have to mention it as a full outer join. So everything remains same. My data sets are same. My joining condition is same, and the list of the columns to retrieve also same. Now what we'll do, we'll just understand the concept of full outer join. So full outer join in the sense both first result will be first results, it will be both matching records from the both tables, left matching records from both tables plus unmatched records from left table plus unmatched records from right table. So this is the complete output for the full outer join. Now, if I run this query, execute this full outer join result, I will get the complete data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's my inner join result, and 6 just null null. So this is the left outer join result because I can understand easily the right table columns became null. So I can understand this is left outer join result, and these two records are right outer join result because my table columns became null. So in this way I just identify, not only like keep on running, but in this way also I can identify whether it's a left outer join result or a right outer join result. Now we'll see practically how it, I mean at the back end, how it works. So the same thing. Now full outer join, it will starts comparing with the table employee versus table location. So once it is done, again table location versus table employee also it will do, because the what we need to get the unmatched records from the right table also. So first iteration, it will start the 1 john 10 goes and checks the complete employee table 10 andhra pradesh india, and if it finds a match it will enter the record into the result cache. And in the second iteration, again 2 mary level, it searches complete employee table, and whenever it find a match it will enter into the result cache. And third iteration, 2 3 ram 12 12 karnataka india, it found the match and entered into the result cache. In the fourth iteration, I mean I do have 4 rahim 10, it found a match at the 10 andhra pradesh india and entered into the result cache. In the fifth iteration, 5 sita 14 tried to compare complete employee table and found a match at 14 maharashtra india and entered into the result cache. In the sixth iteration, 6 just tried to compare complete location table, but it did find a match, but it's a property of full outer join, it needs to get the unmatched records from the left table also. So that's the reason this record also entered into the result cache by leaving the right table columns as null. So this is sixth iteration. So up to here, the left table versus right table has been completed. Now the leftover records in the right table will, like a right table versus left table will start, and 13 Madras India tried to compare the whole table of employee. It didn't find a match, so that's the reason it entered into the result cache by leaving the right side column, left side columns as null. And in the eighth iteration, 15 Goa India tried to compare the complete employee table, and it didn't find a match, even though that will enter into the result cache as it is a property of full outer join. So 15 Goa India and the left table columns became null. So once it is done, from all the temporary result, that is nothing but result cache data, out of complete result cache data it will just bring only the select clause columns information. So our select clause columns are employee id, name, city, country. So the information started like 1 john and 2 mary, 3 ram, 4 rahim, 5 sita, 6 Jess, and the right table columns information as null, and Madras Goa, like a left table information became null. So up to here we can understand this is inner join result, which is nothing but matched records from both the tables. This is left outer join, which is nothing but unmatched records from left table. And this is right table result, which is unmatched records from right table. So this, in this way we will get the, in the full outer join, all the types of data we will be getting as a output. So if I just go and see the output also, the same thing. First 5 records matched records from both the tables, 6 just unmatched record from left table, and 7 and 8 records, which is nothing but Goa, Madras, are unmatched records from my right table. So in this way, the full outer join will work. So is it clear?
Yes. Thanks.
Okay.
So it's basically like select star from both the tables.
Both the tables we will get complete result. So we'll just give it a time.
Only just we are matching with the location ID.
Ah, yes. So we'll get all the columns information: employee ID, name, location ID, to city, country, everything will get. Okay. So we do have time. We will just see the self join also. So self join is the one like most of the times we will not use, but if we need to use, yeah. Here the self join means we will do any of the join. It's a maybe inner join, it may be a left outer join, it may be a right outer join. Here we are doing on two different tables. If we are doing on a same table, both left table right table will be a same table, then we will call it as a self join, but we will not mention anywhere as self join like that. If you are using both data sets as a similar table, then it will be treated as your what self join that date that parent. So currently I'm just replacing because I just want to show you like in which criteria we will go with the self join. So here I will just prepare one more table called table employee one, not table employee one. Maybe I'll consider table employee manager. I'm just creating this new table having employee ID, name, location ID, manager ID in this table. So again, I'm inserting few records into this table. Okay, 6 records got inserted. So if I just retrieve the data from this table, so here itself we need to understand in this table we do have two data sets are lying. So how it is, I'll just show. So here if I see, normally employee ID 1, his name is John and his location ID is 10 and his manager ID is 100. Okay, so we can understand for one, the employee 1, his manager ID is 100, but we don't know what is their name. And again, 2, Mary, her location ID is 11 and her manager ID is 6. Okay, manager ID we got it. And again, 3, Ram, his his location ID is 12 and his manager ID is 1. In the same way for 4, 5, 6, some manager IDs it is available. Now we need to understand managers also the employees in the same organization, right? So these people will not be just to understand, managers also the employees in the same organization, maybe because of their experience and superiority they'll become managers, like which is a higher position, but still they are employees to that organization. So here if you see, for Mary, the employee ID 2, Mary, the manager ID is 6, so which is nothing but this 6 also an employee in the same organization. So this 6 also will be available in the same data set. So if you just consider, for Mary the manager is Jess, because Jess is having the employee ID as 6. So here for 3, Ram, the manager ID is 1. So this manager ID also, this particular one also belongs to the same organization. So this person also available in the employee, this person is also employee. So if we just go and search what is the employee ID, this is 1. The manager ID of Ram, manager name of Ram is John. So again in this way, like if we just go for 5, Sita, 14, 4. So for Sita manager ID is 4. Again 4, who is having employee ID, it's Rahim. So we can understand, for Sita the manager is Rahim. And in the similar way, 6, Jess, the manager ID is 1. So for Jess also the manager is John. So in this way, like in this data set itself, we are holding two types of information. One is employee information and their manager's information. So now what is my requirement? I need to bring the employee ID, name, manager ID, and the manager name. So if you want employee ID, name, manager ID, directly you can just bring the data. But how will you find out the manager name? I didn't give I didn't give any manager name in this table, but how will you find? So we need to consider, and we don't have any other table. We have to use the same table and bring the manager name, because again managers also belongs to the same organization. They are also employees. Their name is also there with us in the table. So that's the reason we need to consider this particular data set as two data sets. So first data set, like from, if I start with the from clause, d.sql database name dot schema name dot table name, just I'm considering it as a emp. I'm not taking the columns list, just I'm considering complete table as emp as one data set, and left to join with the same table employee manager as a mgr manager. On what I am doing, from the employee table employee id, I am trying to match with the manager id. So whenever it find a match, 1 equal to 1, the manager name will be displayed, otherwise it will be blank. Suppose if we see here 100, it didn't find a match, so that's the reason for employee id 1 there won't be any managers information. So which is just need to understand, one data set is emp to get the employee information, and other data set is manager information. So you are trying to compare employee id from the employee data set with manager id from the manager data set. So whenever it finds a match, their manager name will be populated. Again, if there is no match, null will be there, because I am using left outer join. So in the select clause, what I am bringing, I am bringing manager id, manager name, employee id as manager id, employee id as manager name. So now if I run this query, so here if we see, for 2 Mary, what I am getting, 6 Jess is the manager information, and for 3 Ram, 1 John is the manager. Manager ID is 1 and manager name is John, and 5 Sita. So for her, manager is 4 and name is Rahim. 6 Jess, manager ID is 1 and the name is John. And for 2 Mary, 5 Sita, 3 Ram, sorry, for these persons have manager information, but they don't have any information related to the employee. So that's the reason they don't have any information. In this way we will get like their managers name from the same data set. At this time we will go for the self join. Only if you are thinking in one data set I'm having multiple types of information, I need to bring the other information, then you will go for this self join concept. So is it clear? Okay. If we don't have any doubts, like I'll just explain from tomorrow onwards. We'll start like a real core topics of. Yeah, tell me, Uday.
Hi Larry, just now I joined the class.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
so I don't have any idea. Like 5 minutes back I joined. If you have any demo sections, like when you guys the previous the
Uh,
class, so I can go through the class and I can learn tomorrow again.
sure, Uday, we will do that. But just can you drop your email ID and mobile number in the chat so that we'll just contact you?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay. 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 Then in that case, like we have completed whatever the topics related, because SQL is again a vast subject, and if it like what these topics will be sufficient for us to cover all the Snowflake objects. So I have completed all the joins concept, ddl, dml, dql, dcl. So these will be more efficient, more than I mean we are good to get into the Snowflake. So from tomorrow onwards I'll explain the Snowflake core concepts, like from the architecture, how architecture is there, how the data will be there, what is the hierarchy of the objects, everything we'll see in detail from tomorrow onwards. Okay. So as we have left time, I mean time left, just let me know what are anything you do require from my end, as per the training module. Like if you do require anything.
Did you ever come across this self-join in real time?
Yes, I came up, because if you just consider, like in any data sets, we do have customer information. So in this customer information, one parent customer will be there. So this parent will have multiple childs also. So at that time they'll not give the I mean parent customer id I'll get, but I need to bring the parent customer name, so for each customer. So sometimes if they don't have childs, customer and parent customer both will become same. If they have childs, like for multiple childs I have the single parent. So in that criteria I got uh, I mean I have used the self join.
Okay.
So you're referring that each data set as a table, right?
Yes, one table has one data set.
As table as one data set. Okay.
Yes, Krishna. Like, I mean, in the initial class itself, we have covered like how to take the trial version. But okay, yes, tomorrow also I'll show you how to take the trial version.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. I hope we have a time today. But tomorrow onwards, we'll start like Snowflake complete training modules. We'll see in tomorrow's class. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.